Kicking off this list, there's two companies that were born in Argentina and still manufactured there, Gerardi and Fercas. Gerardi make construction tools such as trowels, shovels and picks. They manufacture in Santa Fe and they seem to be good quality from what I can gather online. Fercas, on the other hand, mostly make garden tools such as rakes, hoes and hedge shears. They manufacture in Rafael Calzada. The land down under seems to have a knack for precision cutting tools, as there's multiple companies, namely ANCA, Saturn Tools and Timber Tools, which all make high-precision cutting equipment such as drill bits, taps, dies, saw blades, router tools, profile cutters, grinders and sharpeners. All of them are manufactured in Victoria. Austria makes a lot of tools, and they used to make even more in the past. Offner makes gardening and agriculture tools in Wolfsberg, and Stubai makes metalworking and woodworking tools in Tyrol. But the company that I find most interesting is Tyrolit. Founded in 1919 by Daniel Swarovski, yes, that same Swarovski, this company manufactures grinding wheels, cut-off wheels and diamond tools. They are known for their quality and for their innovative tech, like their Cerabond technology, which makes their ceramic abrasives self-sharpening. Belgium also manufactures quite a few tools, despite being a small country. The Paulette brand makes bespoke premium hand tools for construction, gardening and cleaning, all since 1865, making them one of the oldest companies on this list. Intercable Tools makes cable, wire and general electrical tools. You can find them mostly anywhere and they have good reviews, but are generally considered a premium product. Tramontina was founded in 1911 in Carlos Balboza and to this day produces its tools locally. They make a wide range of hand tools, hammers, wrenches, pliers, chisels, screwdrivers, axes, etc. Max Ferramentas is based in Sao Paulo and they are proudly 100% Brazilian made. They make construction, carpentry and gardening tools. Brasa Ferramentas is also based in Sao Paulo, but they make artisan tools such as leatherworking and smaller workshop tools. Belzer was founded in 1934 and even though it is now under the Black & Decker umbrella, they still produce all of the wrenches, sockets, pliers, screwdrivers and other hand tools in Brazil. All of these brands are tailored for the Latin American market. There's only one manufacturer in Bulgaria and that's GWG. They produce premium thread cutting, reaming, milling and other specialized tools. Their tools are mostly made for the wider European market and professional environments. Canada also has its fair share of hand tool manufacturers, the largest of which is Grey Tools, which opened its doors in 1912, and they make all kinds of stuff to this day. Lee Valley is another one. They make woodworking tools such as saws, planes, chisels and levels. Roll Gear also makes their tools in Canada, British Columbia to be exact. Tesk and the Tough Enough brand also manufacture from the same province. Rapid Edge also makes their utility knives in Ontario and they've been doing so since 2002. And Getta Tools, even though it's a German brand, makes their special autoloader quick-swap screwdrivers in Canada too. Even though Chile is a huge country, they don't really produce tools. Farmesa is the only one I could find and they make forged tools out of bronze, copper and special alloys, as they specifically produce non-sparking tools, which have less tensile strength than steel, making them good for environments where there are flammables nearby. Alright, well, there's really too many to name here. China makes absolutely everything, ranging from simple screwdrivers to the most complicated and innovative laser metal cleaners for welding preparation. And the same goes for their quality. You can either find something that won't work at all, or that could survive all the torture you can possibly throw at it. The only brand I'll mention among the sea of originals and copycats is Liang Ye, who make all kinds of power tools from domestic to professional applications. I mention them because they're proudly Chinese, they don't try to hide that they're made in China, and I really appreciate that kind of transparency. Croatia manufactures a few hand tools, but most of them are made for different brands such as Bosch or BMI. However, there is one brand that makes tools locally, and that's Beck's Tools, who make a large variety of highly specialized crimping tools. They've been open since 2006, and they make all of their products in Jurdani, near Rijeka. The Czech make quite a few tools. Zbirovia make a wide range of hammers, chisels and pliers locally. Pilana Tools make all kinds of saws, garden saws, carpentry saws, butcher's saws, everything. Forczek manufacture drills and taps. Seco Tool make cutting tools and other precision engineering items. Denmark is also chock full with tool companies. Polar Tools make hand tools for the automotive sector. Danish Tool Productions, which is quite an apt name, manufacture saws and different blades out of tungsten carbide. iTools makes predominantly bricklaying and masonry tools, some of which are also handmade. Slib makes solid carbide cutters, drill bits, stepped milling and drilling tools, and other such bits. Ganax produce classic gardening and construction tools. Eskimo makes trowels and other masonry products, and is usually looked at as a premium option. Estonia is a small nation, but there is still one highly specialized company making tools there. That company is Lachzit, and they manufacture high-quality hand-assembled woodworking tools such as log peelers and lightweight grinders. There is no doubt in my mind that these are made for professionals seeking the best of the best, as these truly cost a pretty penny. The only company I could find producing all of their items in Finland is Magnum Tools. Not to be confused with Magnum Tool Company. They make general use and carpenter's tools, some of which are pretty innovative. For example, they make a super compact yet full-sized measuring tape, which is very useful for smaller applications or for hanging on a carabiner. France has no shortage of tool companies. Mondelin make tools for the construction industry. So think trowels, workbenches and ladders. Giager make all kinds of drilling accessories, including some really good concrete drill bits. EDMA make hand tools too, but are mostly known for their drywall and tiling. Virax make tools for pipe installation and maintenance, things like pipe wrenches and threaders. Hämmerlin make site equipment, such as wheelbarrows and ladders. I'll also give a special shout out to Opinel, who still make their products in France. Sometimes those knives come in handy during a project. Germany has cultivated a lot of tool companies, but most of them have since moved production to China or Vietnam. That includes companies like Bosch, Mannesmann, Hazet, Festool, Vera, Viha. There's really too many to name. The two I'll mention here are Knipex and Stahlwille. Knipex doesn't make all of their products in Germany, but the core line of their classic pliers and crimp tools are made in Wuppertal, which are renowned for their quality. The rest of their items are usually made in Taiwan. Stahlwille, on the other hand, still manufactures all of their items exclusively in Germany. If I had to rank all of the brands in this video by sheer quality, Stahlwille has to be the king of the hill. Everything they make is of the highest quality and reliability. If you have one of their items, I suggest keeping it and taking good care of it. They are basically family heirlooms, especially with how expensive they can get. Though it may be the birthplace of proper hand tools as we know them today, Greece only has a few companies still producing locally, and most of them are restrained to the domestic market. Harco produces some of their tools locally, some of them in Italy and Germany, and they've been doing so since 1944. They also manufacture ipi jordanis, a very specific, high-quality adze since 1972. Hungary never really made too many tools, and that's still the case today. The only Hungarian hand tool manufacturer is Ceko, who specialize in forged steel, chrome vanadium tools such as hammers, axes and chisels. These are manufactured near Cegléd and are premium tools, which makes them a popular option in other Western European nations. India is a gigantic nation, so it should be no surprise they manufacture quite a few things of their own. Most of their production is based either in Punjab or Mumbai. For Punjab, we have Ajay, who make general use hand tools such as pliers, wrenches, hammers, all kinds of stuff. We also have Gross Tools, who make premium hand tools. Barindera Tools make spanners and other automotive tools. For Mumbai, we have Taparia, who make socket sets and non-sparking tools. Then we have Deniers, who also make tool cabinets, trolleys and safety tools. And last but not least, Tata Agrico, who make shovels, sickles, crowbars and other agricultural tools. Their quality, well, I don't rightly know. There's really not much information about these brands here, as they're all made for the domestic market. Israel, despite being a small country, also has its fair share of engineering industry, so they make a few tools too. Capro makes levels and layout tools as well as a well-known plumb sight vial viewer, which is very handy. WPW make drilling tools and carbide cutting tools. Noga make deburring, chamfering and scraping tools, mostly aimed at the European market. Vargus make cutting, grooving and deburring tools for both metal and plastics. Shiloh makes thread repair technologies, among which the NES1 external thread tool, which is a very innovative and highly adjustable solution for repairing damaged threads. Much like Germany, a lot of companies claim to be Italian, but the large majority of them now manufacture all of their products in China. There's really only one big company that still manufactures their tools in Italy, and that's Beta Utensili. You can recognize them by their orange and black color scheme and solid construction. This company has been cranking out quality items since 1923. They offer a variety of manual and power tools. I own one of their 1/2 inch 35-piece socket wrench kits, and I can't speak highly enough of it. Their items can be quite expensive, but in my humble opinion, they're up there with Snap-on in terms of sheer quality. There's also OSCA, who make hammers and mallets, Ita Tools, who make strapping tools, Tamburini, who make gauges and threading tools, Alemano, who make manometers, Faca, who make manual hoist and lever systems, and Ober, who make portable pneumatic tools. David manufacture hand-forged garden tools, renowned for their craftsmanship since 1898. They'll cost you an arm and a leg though. Schneebohr also make hand-forged garden tools. And that's about it. Underwhelming, right? The only Kiwi brand I could find producing locally is Steinreit, and they make highly specialized hand and power tools for fencing, catering to the needs of farmers and contractors. They make post pullers and drivers, post hole diggers, augers, fencers' chisels, crowbars, and other such items. There's probably more here than what I could find, given that half of Africa is still completely offline. But I was able to find Krishan, who seemed to manufacture double open-ended and combination wrenches. That's all. Norway also lands a spot on this list, as they make the Viking arm, which is a specialized lifting tool for windows and other construction pieces. It may seem simple, but this tool is a lifesaver for professionals who work on this kind of stuff every day. Norway also used to have other brands like Yobu, who made chainsaws, but they've mostly stopped production or moved elsewhere. Before the fall of the wall, Poland used to supply the entire Eastern Bloc with hand tools. I personally own a few of these vintage items, specifically VIS and FWP brands, and I trust them more than any other piece in my toolbox. As of today, Poland still produces many tools, with most of them now being tailored for the domestic market. Commensal makes all kinds of construction, masonry and tiling tools at a fair price, all manufactured near Warsaw. Kubrick make really nice toolboxes and carts. Dedra make a super wide range of products, quite a few of which are still made in Poland. PS Trading is an umbrella of multiple brands, and a lot of their products are also made in Poland, mostly the Ufisto branded ones. Portugal is home to the oldest company on this list, Tome Fetera, which was established in 1856 and produces a range of premium files and saws. There's also other brands here, most of them under the Central Lobau umbrella. They manufacture absolutely everything, from wheelbarrows to power tools, most of which are fairly priced. Slovakia makes a surprising number of tools, mostly via their major brand, Herman Slovakia, which makes abrasive stones, multi-purpose pliers, precision knives, LED spotlights and all kinds of other stuff. Beer Grip also produces similar products in Slovakia, but they were originally founded in the Netherlands in 1956 and then purchased by a different Slovak company in 2013. Uniol produce a lot of very nice premium, highly durable tools here. Mostly items like wrenches, pliers and hammers. Though, as of recent, Uniol has gained a reputation for making an excellent range of bicycle tools as well. Craft Grip also manufactures their insulated screwdrivers here. Jeklo is an umbrella, but they also make tools here. They're mostly known for their axes. Lestroy is the last company I found. They make woodworking tools for enthusiasts and professionals. South Africa also lands a spot on this list. Lasher Tools was founded in 1929 and has been making all kinds of tools locally, be it for mining, forestry, agriculture, construction, gardening or simple DIY. There's also other companies here like Christensen or Worksman, but none of them manufacture locally like Lasher does. This is perhaps the trickiest one on the list, as most of these companies are made for a domestic market and barely have a foreign language website. K-Young manufacture power tools, both corded and cordless, such as hammer drills, angle grinders, jigsaws, etc. Tool Line also manufactures all kinds of tools, but I'm unsure if they sell them under their own brand name. KOTIC is an umbrella of companies, but they make all kinds of stuff under loads of different brand names, everything from hand tools to diamond wheels. Last but not at all least, the land of the free. Lot of brands to mention here, most of which you'll know of. DeWalt still manufactures some of their items in the US, mostly their power tools. Same goes for Milwaukee, who makes their pliers, squares, levers and screwdrivers in America. Snap-on is the most expensive brand to grace this list, but not all of their items are made in the US, and I suspect more and more of them will be moved to Asia. Capri Tools also makes most of their hand tools in the US, the rest being made in Taiwan. Same goes for Channel Lock, Leatherman, Estwing, Briggs & Stratton, Crescent Tools, Tecton, etc., etc. You get the point. The only brand and manufacturer that still sells exclusively 100% made in the USA tools is Klein Tools, and they make all kinds of hand tools, mostly manufactured in Mansfield, Texas. They are great quality and you can catch them usually beating their competition on the Project Farm channel. The other one I'll throw in just as a novelty is H&H Tools, who manufacture the one and only tool they sell in the US too. Their snakebite shovel is made for ease of use and comfort in landscaping. This shovel is specifically designed to spare the user's back and hips, so its 70-inch handle allows it to be used in a fully upright position.